Hello guys, Alien Chaos here, and in this tutorial we're gonna learn how to warp full tracks on Ableton. So if you have full tracks ready and want to play that on Ableton, this video can be very helpful.
So let's move on.
Okay, coming back. The first step is to go to Preference, then Record Warp Launch. You go here on this section, Auto Warp Long Sample, and make it off, because Ableton can be very precise when warping small loops like drum loops or any short sample, but for a long sample like an entire track, about 7 minutes, they don't make this the right way, so it's better to do by yourself. So take this off. So the first step is to know the BPM, the tempo of your track. Like this one here, I know it's 188. It's already here, but for example, Ableton comes on 120. So yeah, the first step is to put the exactly tempo of your track on the tempo of the project. After that, you enable the warp, and boom! If you make a zoom here in the first drop of the track, you already see the kick. It's already locked in the grid of the project because it's done the same BPM, so makes sense. Just to make sure now, I put this mark here, the playback mark here, and use here Control I or Command I if you are on Mac, just to make a warp mark here in the first kick. Now, to make sure your track is warped, I like to enable the metronome and play the track. You can skip for other parts. So as you can listen, every time I skip the track here, all the time the metronome, it was locked, synced with the tempo of the project. So just to make sure, I like to make a last warp mark here on the last kick in the project, and then another one just in the end here. I don't know, just to make sure. So this way we have your track warped. But there is another tip here, a very good tip, is to change the warp algorithm. And the best way to use repeat, because it's the most clean algorithm. No, it's when you change the tempo of the track, you change the pitch, but will be all sounds good. Okay, so let's move on for another track. This track, it's a little bit tricky because it's happening BPM tempo automation in the middle of that. Oh my god, you're crazy, man! Yes. Sometimes you can go very crazy in the music production. Yeah. So let's repeat the process. Put the exactly tempo. So yeah, this track is 180. Okay. Then I put the warp on. Okay, here gonna put a warp mark. here. In this time, the track becomes lower, the tempo, and will be making out of grid. So for this way, I do like this. In this time here, insert a warp mark. It's the beginning of the automation. Okay. I like to put some marks on the attack point of the music. Now, in this drop here, the track become in the original BPM of the beginning. So this time here, it's time to make a very close zoom and put a warp mark in the beginning of the kick. And then we're gonna stretch a little bit this point. Like this. And then after this point, you put the right grid for the kick. Okay, so I don't know, maybe I stretch too much. I'm gonna make like this. So as you can see, when I fix this time here, it's fixed for all the forward part. I hope that's okay. Then we just needed to add and like this, you have your track ready to play. So yeah, don't forget all the steps because every step here it's very important. So you have to turn off the auto warp long samples, put the BPM before you hit the warp button, and when you finish put the warp markers, you change the warp mode for repeat. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please share, like this video, make everything to make our scene bigger, and thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.